What's going on? I'm Spencer Tillis.
I'm Trayvon Miles.
And this is our first ever 1 hour long Delmarva Sports Insider special, the Coaches Conference.
That's right. Hey, you like high school football? We got a live studio previewing all 27 of our teams. We're going to be joined on the desk by coaches from both divisions. Bayside and Henlopen are definitely in the house right now.
I tell you what, I am so excited. We've been planning this for a while now, and it is going to be a great way to kind of kick off the year. And we're going to cap everything off with our first power polls of the season.
Let's get it.
And I am so excited to kind of get this going. Like I said, it's been a long time coming. Put in a little bit of work, but it has been well worth it. The high school football season is just a couple weeks away. And when we sat there and like, what better way to kind of kick this off than get to know this year's teams, get people kind of excited about it, and find out just what players are going to be out there making those touchdowns, making the plays this year.
That's right, Spencer. But before we get to our first interview, I'm going to toss it over to Angela. She has previews for every team in the Henlopen South. Angela?
Thanks, guys. Well, we'll start things off, like you said, with the Henlopen South, and the Laurel Bulldogs are coming off of a 10-3 finish last season. Now, the first time the Bulldogs have had a winning record since 2009. Coach Phillips, don't get mad at me for saying that. Now, Laurel's Cinderella run for a state title last season was cut short in the championship game with a loss to Hodgson. Again, Coach, don't get mad at me for saying that as well. And what a memorable year it was, but new team, new season, and the coaches and players hold those same expectations across the board with a few different faces leading the way. Now they're returning a lot of key players, but an area of focus will definitely be at quarterback, especially at the running back position after graduating Chucky August and Reggie Green. But keep an eye out for Laurel this year. They're looking to do some damage. The Bulldogs open up regular season play with a road game against Sussex Central on September 10th at 7 p.m. And one of Laurel's biggest rivals is the Delmar Wildcats. Now they're traditionally one of the top teams in the conference despite a 5-5 finish last season. Now it will certainly be it'll be tough losing a leader on and off the field like quarterback Shane Leatherberry, but good news, they will be returning their starting running back KJ Trader. Now, luckily for Delmar, head coach David Hearn clearly knows how to lead a team as he is heading into his 25th season leading the Wildcats. And heading out to Dagsboro, the Indian River Indians have a lot of question marks across the board, starting with their retirement of longtime coach Ray Steele. Now, he was an assistant coach for the Tribe 35 years before leading the team the past 4 years. IR alum Philip Townsend will be taking over as head coach, but he has his hands full this season. The Tribe graduated wide receiver Kewan Major, and they will also be without running back Keontae Sturgis, who transferred to Sussex Central. But good news for the Tribe, they will be returning both quarterbacks, Deshaun Aiken and Jacob Hudson. And up to Milford, I think the only way for the Bucks is to go up after last year's 1-9 finish. Now, the last time this team saw a winning record was back in 2009. Sean Strickland was named the new head coach after Coach Mike Tack retired, and despite losing their head coach, someone who will be returning to the field is running back and defensive back Son Martinez. Now, he's an incredible athlete as Milford will open up their season against Red Lion, who they haven't faced in over 7 years. That'll take place on September 11th at 7:30 p.m. And we're going to actually go back to the Laurel Bulldogs, and I'm going to send it back to Trey and Spencer at the desk because we all want to hear from the man behind it all, head coach Glenn Phillips. Guys.
That's right, Angela. We're joined by the man, the myth, the legend, Coach Glenn Phillips. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me. Loyal show right here, guys. I appreciate it.
Loyal viewer. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for coming on today. We're going to jump right into it, man. We ain't even going to cut you short, man. First thing I want to know, you guys made it all the way to the championship. We want to know, how are you going to build off of that success?
We're just going to build off the success. We graduated a great bunch of players. It's a system that we in place. We're just there. The kids are available. They've committed all summer long, all winter long, and we're just adding pieces into the puzzle. Chucky, Jared, Reggie, Allen, and all the other seniors. It was a special journey for us last year, but that season's over, and we're full steam ahead on September 10th.
I'm sorry, you talk a little bit about some of the pieces you're doing. Well, one of the pieces you're bringing back is most that line, and I know a guy like you is definitely excited about that, especially when you're running the ball as much as you guys love to. You talk about kind of building off of that. I mean, you're obviously trying to find a new guy in the backfield, but having that much security up front, how tough is that going to make you guys this year?
It's actually going to be okay. The offensive line, we returned quite a few starters up front, and they worked our butts off in the weight room all season long, or all winter long, and we don't have to teach them the playbook. So now we can actually go in depth with our skill positions. And I told them August 15th, we're going to go as far as you guys take us. We're big and physical up front, and if we stay injury-free, we could be okay.
Coach, one of the best players I saw last year, Chucky August, has gone through the graduation. Also, can't forget about Reggie Green. He did a lot in that backfield as well. Saw you at the scrimmage yesterday. You got a couple quick guys back there. How are you kind of willing to think about replacing that? How are you thinking about replacing those guys last year, and how are you moving into it this year?
Well, we're known for our backs at Laurel. Chris Jones and so forth. Chucky got to sit behind Chris Jones for 3 years, and then it was his turn. Trayvon this year, he sat behind Chucky for the past 3, and it's his turn to step up. If he doesn't step up, then we're gonna find some more young talent. And at running back, we're gonna be okay. We got to figure out wide receiving core and make sure we find a backup for Perez at quarterback.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of Perez, I mean, you're going to have now a junior at quarterback. You talk about some pieces possibly on the outside. What's some realistic goals do you think that this team can actually accomplish with new pieces like that in place?
Our goals don't change from year to year. It's to compete for the Henlopen South and make sure we're in the running for the state playoffs. We play the schedule we do just for the state playoff points, and we're not going to shy away from any competition. We're going to go play whoever wants to play, and as long as it's state playoff points on the line, we're going to lock it up for 48 minutes.
I tell you, as long as you're playing, we're going to be out there to watch. It was a great season last year, and I'm excited to see another team that you got to watch out for. Obviously, Lower Bulldogs, I think, are going to have another pretty good season.
Yep.
All right, well, it's time for our first commercial break, but coming up next, we're going to check in on the other half of the Henlopen South. This is the DSI Coaches Conference.
This is Pat Griffin, this is Tech running back. Raven Nation, baby. You're watching Delmarva Sports Inside.